Hello there guys, and welcome to the New South Wailmers Week 3 battle against the Indianapolis Keldeos, coached by Slec. If you missed yesterday's team builder, I highly advise you check it out for a more in-depth look in the team. But this week we are bringing Scarf Infernape, Fightinium Z, Defog Thunderous, Mega Morwell with 4 attacks, Credilli, which is 3 attacks physical, offensive, 4 attacks offensive Starmie, and a sort of Stooly Venomoth. Now, this week we play Slec, and for those of you who aren't aware of who Slec is, he has a Twitch video which has like infinite views from memory. He's also a recommendation by Big Ez in this league, and Ez, when he played in the league, was a very respected competitor. He just had a crazy IRL situation. He did retire from Mons. I think that in his peak, Ez was like top 3, top 4 in the league, but unfortunately because of all those IRL circumstances, we never really truly got to see Ez shine. He recommended Slec at the start of this season, and to be honest, I don't know if he was really up to this competition level, but he's admitted that himself. But I definitely think you can never underestimate an opponent, because it's just not fair, really. I think Slec's a really nice guy, he's really easy to schedule with, and he does play his games, which is all you can really ask for in a league, whether it's in the top division or the bottom division. Now, when it comes to my lead, I'm just going to lead with my Thunderous Therian, because like 3 of his mons are weak to the Z Focus Blast, one of them is weak to the just T-Bolt, so I just clicked the Z Focus Blast turn 1, and I dropped this Pillow-Swarm. Unless it was like max for def, it wasn't living. Now this next turn, I'm going to click U-turn here. It's a real no drawback play as he clicks the Ice Beam, which sort of tells me that he's mixed attacks. And I just want to go to my Starmie here, because Starmie can definitely drop. I just click Ice Beam. I'm just keeping up the offensive momentum. I really don't want to allow Mega Latios to get so much like pressure. Go to my Venomoth here, because it's on my dedicated check. He reveals the Curse Analytics set, which is Curtis, or Scalvin's favourite set. I know I can just Toxic it and limit it that way. He does go for the return, it does a lot of damage. Now, I just want to preserve my Venomoth. I do go out into the Mega Morwell here with the Intimidate, as he does click return again, as I just stay in. And this next turn, I'm just going to click the knockoff because there's no real reason for me not to. And I do stay in base form here, and I do want to switch out just because I see at this point, I don't really have any real Heracross answers, and if I go into my Thunderous, and he does click a hazard move, I can then just proc it, like get the defog off. Now, I do click U-turn here as I bring in the Infernape on the Ferrothorn, which is a very easy bring. I just click U-turn because I know Finn's coming in 110%, I want to go to my Venomoth here. And this turn, I just click the Roost because I want to get back to full as he clicks the Surf. I'm like, alright, sweet. Now, I want to click Bug Burst this turn because he should surely go into Ferrothorn, in which he doesn't. He stays in and taunts, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. Now, this next turn, I do click the Sludge Bomb as he does go out in the Ferrothorn. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to keep up offensive momentum by clicking Bug Burst here, just because I really don't want to. Like, I now just bring in my Mega Morwell here because it's in range of a Brick Break. And when I switched it out earlier in the battle, it was not in range, and now it is, and I just want to go, thank you very much for another kill. The Iron Barb's damage does soak a little bit. Now he goes out into his Heracross. I go into Credilli because I'm like, okay, he's probably going to click Earthquake. It's the most logical play, and he's not going to really do much. He doesn't be Flame Orb, so I just know at that point in time he's definitely Scarf. I do click the Seed Bomb, just trying to keep that offensive pressure up. I do click Recover this next turn, because I know whatever move he goes for, it's not really going to affect my Credilli. Now I go back into my Mega Morwell here, because it's relatively free. Mega Morwell has such a huge attack set that with this like player off, there's no switch-ins, and I'm quite happy now for my Morwell to go down, because I can pretty much sack it off on this Heracross, and then I get to bring in like my Infernape here, and I can just click Flare Blitz. I do not want to click U-turn, I don't want him to like, it's a 50-50, and I think Flare Blitz is my safest play, because while I still have my Credilli free in the back, I can now go into it safely, as he just clicks Moonblast, which does like 21%. Credilli's a monster. I just doubled this turn into the Starmie, because I'm like, there's no way he stays in, and if he goes out into the Heracross, I want to bait the Mega Horn, in which I do get the nice read into the Mega Laddie. Now I go back into the Credilli, as he does click the knockoff, which knocks off my Citrus Berry, which was sort of unfortunate, because I was like, ooh, health could be nice. But I do click Seed Bomb, because I know that I want to keep the offensive pressure up, so that he doesn't get a free turn into that type of Finny, because once Finny goes down, or I just have to keep Finny low, to where Flare Blitz wins the game. And that's what I'm really trying to do here, so I click Recover again on the Heracross, just go for the Nature's Madness. I was like, oh, I wish I had my Citrus Berry this time. Get the 42 with a Mineral, and he does go for the Eye Pop Berry. I'm like, oh great, this is going to be a stall one to the end. He does get the special attack drop as I go for the second Seed Bomb, and now I sort of know that this game is sort of over. He does go for the Taunt, as that turn I was trying to click Recover. He does go for another Moonblast. I'm like, sweet, I will take it out with the Seed Bomb. And I now know that no matter what happens here, I win the game. Because I do have my Scarf Infernape in the back, and I was like, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Another Leo telling me to run Scarf Infernape comes in really clutch. Infernape is such a good Revenger in this format. I really love it, to be honest. Now, the game itself was relatively hacks-free. There was a crit on the Ferrothorn with the Mega Momo's Brick Break. It didn't really matter. I just definitely think Slec didn't prep the best for this game. But in saying that, my prep I thought was very good considering I built into that 20-30 minutes just before the game. In particular, I'm going to give a big thank you to 6-Foot Hacks for helping me build. When I played Slec, I was like, okay, I normally stumble against the lower tier opponents, or the people that don't have the best records. Now, I'm only ranking Slec off his performance in this league so far. I'm not judging him entirely, but what that meant for me was I was like, okay, Leo normally plays in some leagues where he has some goons he has to toss, so he's probably going to be my best bet to help me this week. In which he did provide a lot of help, in particular the Infernape. The second thing as well is I actually took the Credilli set idea off a Walker tech. For those of you who do not know who Daniel Powalkerson is, he is a very talented VGC player. He builds for a lot of big names, and the Credilli sort of idea came from his Amoonguss set that was running originally to beat Carmine Finny, which I wanted my Credilli to function in that same role. The second thing I want to thank is the people who helped me out with my videos, as always. 6-Foot Hacks, Aaron, big fan. He just got into the Surge format or something, so he's uploading those. Surge is a new idea that I really dislike. There will be a video on why I think the Surge format's so bad, but check out Aaron. I think you should try to support people that help me out, and I personally do try my best, whether or not I like the league or not, to support Aaron. The next person as well is Daniki. Dan's streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you want something different besides Mons, because Mons is a trash game, definitely check out Daniki. And finally, shout out to Grant, as always, for the sidebar, and always to Bill Ben Standish for my amazing logo. I wish I knew who did Slec's logo. Slec's logo is really cool. I think it's definitely the better Indianapolis Keldeos team. And until next time, guys, peace.